Yeah. Casio W221H. Yeah, I know I'm late to the party on this one, but when this was first released, the price was way too high. Then the price went down. Sorry, wasn't on the time there. There we go. Oh, it was on a time. It's exactly noon. I thought it was on the alarm. Anyway, so the price went down, so I finally got it. So let's get over the particulars with this, set it up, and so on and so forth. First of all, I have a 6.5-inch wrist, and it fits. And I have 4 holes remaining, which means I think this will fit up to an 8-inch wrist. Over 8-inch, it might not fit. Yeah, I do have a little bit of strap tail at the end, but as you see, it's way down there. It does not go over the watch, which is good. Well, good for me, I should say. For others, the tail might be way under the wrist for thicker wristed folk. So let's take it off the wrist, set this up. Okay, first of all, switching to between 12 and 24 hour, that's this button right here, and the display does not tell you. So if I go to alarm, okay, right now that is set for midnight. Yeah, there's a pause between each setting. I'll get to that in a second. If I press this, I am now in 24-hour time. As you can see, now the alarm shows 0 hours, right? So yeah, I am in 24-hour time. To switch back, go back to the home screen, and now I am back in 12-hour time. Okay, setting it up, right. Well, first let me just run through the quick features of this guy. So we've got time, we've got world time, we've got a stopwatch, we've got a timer with auto repeat, very nice, 1 timer. We've got 3 alarms here. We've got alarm number 1, alarm number 2, and a snooze alarm, which counts as alarm number 3, and hourly signal after that. And that's it. So I just showed how to switch from 12 to 24 hour. This does have a mute beep feature. If you go to the home time screen and you press and hold mode, watch up here that field. Now it says mute. See if I can get in on that. Yeah. And now when I go from mode to mode, there are no beeps. But the alarm will still sound. And the countdown timer will still beep when it is elapsed. Okay. So back on home time, just press this again. I think it's 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 seconds. And now we are beeping again. Okay, volume of the beep, might as well say that right now. Not the loudest. Not the loudest. Some people complain about that. They're like, I want to watch with a loud beep. Well, if you want one of those, get a 218, as in a W218 or an F91W. That has the loud beep. This one, not so much. So, okay, we'll start on this screen. So I showed you how to do the mute thing and how to do the 12 to 24 hour thing. Okay, first, long press the top left. We start with the seconds, which we can zero out with this button, the search button. Then go to the next field where we turn daylight savings time on or off with the bottom right. Go to the next field, bottom left. This is where we set our local time zone. It does go by half hours. That's good. You should set this up, by the way, before setting the time. Do this part first. Next one. And then we set the hour. I like that you can go forward or backward. Always like it when a Casio does that, because some of them only go forward. This one does forward or back. Good. Press mode to go to minute. Same thing, forward or back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you set the year. This is important, by the way, because in order to get the correct day of the week, you need to have the correct month, day, and year set. So this one, just back and forth. If you happen to go, for some reason, this far, if you go all the way up to 2099, it'll just go back to 0. I'm sorry, 2000. So if I go up to 2099 and, yep, back to 2000. There we go. Mode again, and now we are on month and day. To the best of my knowledge, this is only a month day display and not day month. So we are on the month, which is 0 through 12. Again, backward or forward with these two. Mode, set your day. Mode. Okay, now we get to this one. Sync. What is that? Alright. This is a flash alert. That's what this is. Now, if it's off, like this, with all hyphens, and I short press the top left to get out of here. Now, the best way to show this is if I go to the alarm and do an alarm test with this button right here. So I press and hold, I believe it's the bottom right, I'll find out in a moment, and then you hear the beep. Okay? That's how to test the alarm tone. But it is also a way to test the flash alert. So if I go back to the home time, long press the top left. Mode, 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 mode. Okay. And we turn on sync. Now the flash alert is on and two things happen. So I'll short press the top left. First of all, when I go from mode to mode, sync happens on almost every one of them. Yeah, except from going from home to world time, that's where you don't see it. So now if I go back to alarm and I test the alarm tone again, we get to see an example of the flash alert. See that? This flash alert will happen when an alarm sounds or when a timer elapses. Or, actually there's a third one too, hourly signal. It will flash twice. And that's what that is. If you want to extend your battery life for as long as possible, then I would suggest not using the flash alert. Right. Okay, so now we're back to second. Oh, this thing right here. Didn't cover that, sorry. So hour, minute, year, month, day, light. Is it this one? Oh, it is. Okay. I'm sorry. When you are on flashing seconds, if you short press the top right, this right here, this is a 1.5 second backlight when you turn on the night light. And if we press it again, now it's 3 seconds. So it's a 3-second backlight. And if I exit this short press of the top left and I press this, 1, 2, 3 seconds. So if I go back to this and I change it to the small one, that's 1.5 second. 1, 2, oh, it's a 2 second. Okay, so not 1.5 second, 2 seconds. So it's 2 seconds or 3 seconds. So you can do either or. Okay, that's this screen. World time. We can adjust it to have daylight savings on or off with a long press of the top left. You can do that. And then you can scroll through the time zones here with this, but this is the only one that does not go back. You can only go forward with this one. Yeah. So we will get the, and there's no beep when I'm adjusting this one either. So we will go back to London time, which is the way I prefer it. There we go. So that's that. To the best of my knowledge, there's nothing else I can do here except DST on or off. And adjust with this, and that's just a light. Actually, if I long press it, does it do anything? Nope. Okay. Stopwatch. Start the stopwatch with the bottom right. Stop the stopwatch with the bottom right. Reset with the top left. Now let me see if this thing has a target time feature. Actually, I'll try it this way. Okay, no. But we do have a 5-second countdown. Okay, if I short press this, should do ready, set, go. Yeah. There we go. It's a ready, set, go. But does it have a target time feature? No, it does not. Only a 5-second countdown. That's okay. Also, we can do first and second runner finishes with this using the split feature. So the way that works is you start, and let's just say there are 2 people in a foot race, and the first person is about to cross the finish line and does. Okay. And then after that, the second person is about to cross the finish line and does. Okay. 41.1 seconds is the first runner's finish time, and then I short press this. 27:18 is the, did I get that right? Hold on, let me, yeah, 27.18 second. I'll do that again. All right, 1, 2, we'll do it the 5-second. For first runner, 20.05 second. And then second runner, and second runner is 34.12 second. Yeah, and that's how that's done. And then the reset, short press, top left again. On the countdown timer, if it's an arrow pointing to the right, that means that the countdown timer will count down the time here and then beep and stop. You can set hours and minutes, and then if you I'm sorry, I went through that too fast. Okay. Long press top left, you start with hours. Adjust forward or back. Press mode to go to minute field, forward or back. Press mode again, and this is where you can choose auto repeat with the bottom right, or finish and stop. And then press again. And this one, I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember what that is. And we'll turn it on. Oh, God. Oh, should have researched this before doing the video. I did not. Oh, I'm a bad egg. I shouldn't have. Ooh, okay, anyway. I'll leave it on. You cannot adjust seconds with this. All we've got is hours and minutes. If you have it set to all zeros, I believe it's a 24-hour timer. Okay, let's just say it's all zeros. Yeah, 24 hours. That's the maximum it can count down from. And then stop with bottom right, reset with top left. Let me set that to 1 minute. Okay, so set to 1 minute. That's on. I'll have to look that up. I'll go ahead and start it and just leave it go. See what happens. So now we're on alarms. We've got snooze. To go through the settings here, it's actually bottom right. So we've got snooze, hourly signal, alarm 1, alarm 2. We'll start with signal first. This one just means whether it beeps at the top of the hour or not, which I believe is, yeah, there we go. If we press the top left, watch the field up here, it says SIG. Oh. Okay, so that was the timer. Oh, okay, does it... Wait a minute. Oh, okay, I know what this is. It's a notification that the timer is about to elapse. That's okay, and a countdown to the elapse time. That's what that is. Gotcha. Okay. Let me go back to that real quick. Okay, so if this is on, that means it will give notifications starting from, I think, 20 seconds to 0. You get a notification, it's either 30 seconds or 20 seconds, and then you get a countdown at the last 5 seconds. That is what that is. Okay, now I know. And now you know. Isn't that lovely? Okay. Set that back to where I had it, 15 minute. Okay. Right, so hourly signal, that means that if I test the tone, you're going to hear this at the top of every hour. Oop, do it again. That sound, that beep beep, every time a new hour comes, you will hear that. Turn it off and on with the top left. Alright, now we'll go to alarm 1. Press and hold top left to set hour forward or back. Press mode to go to minute forward or back. Press mode again. And here is where we can set date of this alarm if we want to. If I have it set, we'll just say it's 3. This is month day, by the way. If I have it set to 3 and hyphen, and by the way, if I go all the way up to 12, and then again, it goes back to hyphen. Okay, so if I have it set to 3, that's month 3, March. That means this watch will sound at 11 p.m. for every day in March. If I have it set, we'll just set this to 7. This is March 7. This is now an annual alarm, if it's enabled. That means this alarm will sound at 11 p.m. on March the 7th. If I go back here and set this one to a hyphen, okay, this is now a monthly alarm. It will sound on the 7th of every month at 11 p.m. If I set this to hyphen, just by holding it, oop, went past it. Now it's a daily alarm. Every day at 11 p.m., if enabled, this alarm will sound. And then I exit by pressing, any other settings here? No. Exit by short press, top left. Now, before continuing, whether you have snooze, alarm 1 or 2 enabled, you'll notice that it doesn't say how many of the alarms are enabled other than it's just enabled at the top right field here. So what that means is that anytime you see ALM at the top right, one of the 3 alarms is enabled. So if I do this and then go to this one, okay, while it does show blank here, but it's on for here, if I go to any other screen, it will show the alarm is enabled. Right. So if I go to alarm again, and then I just go to say like alarm 1 and 2, and then I go to any other screen, yeah, it says ALM, but not how many. And that's just the way it is. So if you see it, one of the 3, 1 or more, either 1, 2, or all 3 are enabled. Not that big of a deal, at least not to me. So I will go ahead and disable this one, disable that one, make sure none of the others are enabled, and then it's out. Okay, now I know none of the alarms are enabled. Alright, and the last thing I can cover here is snooze. This is just like setting alarm 1 and alarm 2, but it has a snooze feature. And what that means is that when you press a button to stop the alarm, it will sound again in something like 5 minutes. It's in the manual. I never use this feature, so I'm not really familiar with it. But it will sound again for something like every 5 minutes for 3-4 times, something like that. That's all that SNZ is a snooze feature. And when the only way I know of to shut it off is I actually would have to go to the alarm screen and long press and go in here and then set it. Okay, do that. So, and you'll notice too that when it's enabled, that's the only time SNZ comes on the screen. And since it is an alarm, it will show SNZ and alarm at the same time. Is that it for this screen? I think so. Yeah. And I think that's everything. Okay, so a couple other things, just general appearance. I already know that this display is going to get scratched all to hell because it is not recessed at all. This thing is going to get scratched. There's no question about that. So this would explain why I am already seeing screen protectors for sale for this thing. Understandable. Yeah, it's going to get scratched. Totally. I am very happy that there is no shiny black plastic anywhere on this. It's muted, which is good, and that includes the silver parts. Now, the only thing shiny is the actual reflection on the LCD panel itself. The buttons are, at least on this one I got, very easy press. I'm very happy about that. Now, it does say 10-year battery, which is good. I don't know what kind of it. Does it say on the back? Probably not. It's probably a CR 2025, probably, but I don't think there's going to be any issue with this thing having problems with battery life. You'll also see this is only 50-meter water resistant. Can you swim with this? Yeah. Would I take it in the shower? Nope, I would not, because hot water, because most people take hot showers, that will create condensation under the crystal. And that would be a problem, because then you got to take the whole watch apart and wipe the inside of the display. No, you don't. That would be a bad time. You do not want to do that. So, yeah, go swimming with it, sure. Take it in the shower. No, don't do that. You shouldn't do that with any watch. Actually, you really shouldn't. Even if it says it's 100, 200 meter, whatever, just don't take it in the shower. Just don't do it. So, yeah. Oh, does it ghost? A little. Not too bad. I mean, it is there. Yeah, well, only when you hold it back really far. Awesome legibility, though. It is a dual bulb, which is good for the incandescent nightlight, not LED. Amber, which I like. Some people like the green better. I think I like the amber better. The digits are huge, but and that leads to my one complaint, really. It's like, why did they make the seconds bigger and the date smaller? This is the more important of the information here. I mean, oh yeah, the time and the day of the week, that's huge. That's great. This should have been bigger than this, or more, to say it another way, this should have been this size. The seconds should have been small, and the date should have been larger. Like, as a matter of fact, do I have it right here? Yeah, I do. My WS1600, this is the watch I've been wearing. Note, see how bigger the date is on the 1600? The date on this one is huge. That part right there. The day of the week is a little smaller than that, but the date, big. It's nice. This is a really nice watch, too. It's my regular, although this one might become my regular because that other one I just showed only has one alarm. This one has 3. It's like, ooh, yeah. I didn't know if I was going to take to the silver bezel, but I am very happy that it's just muted, and meaning it's not shiny. I did not want shiny crap on the plastic, anywhere on the plastic, and there's not. And I guess the only other complaint I have about it, this strap is thin. It is, yeah, I can see this wearing out. But we do have spring bars, which is good, which means the strap is easily replaceable. And I can totally see this having a necessary strap replacement at some point. On the wrist, I'll just put it back. It is easy to take on and off, which I like, because that's important. Yeah, very light in weight. On my 6.5-inch wrist, this yeah, it works. Whether it is in front of the knuckle, or if I move it back, as in knuckle right there. Works in either position. That's good. So yeah, am I going to keep it? I think so. I think so. I wasn't... See, yeah, you got this big block on your wrist, and sometimes that doesn't work. This one works, but only for one reason, really. It's really light. If it was heavy, this would be a complete fail, But because it's a featherweight, I don't know the weight specifically, but yeah, because this is basically a featherweight, it totally works. So if you were on the fence about this one, I say yeah. If you can get it for a decent price, though, yeah, don't spend too much on this one.